Across the whole of the United Federation of Planets, there is no single position endowed with greater responsibility than that of a Starfleet Captain. The nature of space exploration necessitates that those in command be prepared to assume the role of a scientist, diplomat, engineer, negotiator, peacekeeper, or any combination thereof as a situation might dictate. They are expected to act autonomously and make independent decisions that might affect countless lives, to uphold the policies and values of the Federation, and to act as its representatives when encountering new life and new civilizations. It is impossible to create a great captain. The bitter truth is that the universe is simply too vast and its mysteries too profound to ever be fully prepared or trained for. Yet, if you were to select a single figure from across the Federation's history who fully embodied the qualities necessary in a Starfleet captain, a model for all others to follow, there might be no better choice than Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Born in Le Bar, France on Earth, Picard's father tried to impart on him an appreciation for the past, eschewing modern technologies and practices when tending to their family vineyard. While this no doubt helped foster in Jean-Luc an interest in archaeology, it was not enough to overcome his intense dream of adventure and exploration. Despite his father's disapproval, Picard was fixated on joining Starfleet, and he dedicated most of his childhood and adolescence to achieving this goal. In both academics and athletics, he always sought higher standards for himself. But despite his reputation as an obsessive overachiever, Picard also maintained something of a roguish streak. After his admittance to Starfleet Academy, this mischievous and impetuous attitude jeopardized his academic career, in spite of his otherwise outstanding performance as a cadet. It was only after graduating that Picard overcame the more immature aspects of his personality, when a bar fight with a group of Nausicaans nearly cost him his life. This confrontation helped him appreciate the fragility of his existence, and gave him a renewed determination to make his mark on the universe. Jean-Luc Picard's early Starfleet career saw him posted to various ships before he was assigned as a flight controller aboard the USS Stargazer. Here, Picard was forced to assume command of the vessel after its captain was killed on the bridge, and this bold action earned him a promotion to the Stargazer's commanding officer, one of the youngest to achieve this rank in Starfleet history. During his time aboard the Stargazer, Picard quickly earned a place as one of Starfleet's finest officers. He participated in the Cardassian Wars and earned widespread acclaim during the Battle of Maxia, in which he employed a brilliant and unique tactical maneuver that would later be named in his honor. When the first Galaxy-class starships entered active service, Jean-Luc Picard was assigned command of the USS Enterprise D, flagship of the Federation and considered the most prestigious captaincy in Starfleet. During the 7 years of his command, Captain Picard played a key role in some of the most important events in Federation history, his exploits rivaling even those of the legendary James T. Kirk. Under Picard's command, the Enterprise was instrumental in resolving the Klingon Civil War, exposing the covert actions of the Romulan Star Empire, and initiating first contact with 27 alien species, including the Ferengi and the tremendously dangerous Borg. During their invasion of the Federation, the Borg partially assimilated Picard into their collective hive mind and forced him to participate in the Battle of Wolf 359, in which his knowledge of Federation defenses contributed to the loss of 39 starships and over 11,000 lives. While Picard's insights into the Borg would prove invaluable in later engagements, it had a profoundly disturbing effect on his life for years after his rescue and recovery. Many within Starfleet blamed Picard for the defeat at Wolf 359, and it took some time for him to regain the trust of the Admiralty. It was as the chief point of contact between humanity and the Q Continuum that Picard made perhaps his greatest impact, chosen to represent his species in a never-ending trial to justify their existence. His successes here gave the Q evidence of humanity's limitless potential and helped Picard begin to understand some of the most advanced concepts of the universe. After the destruction of the Enterprise D, Picard again served as the commanding officer of its replacement, and once more displayed his tremendous abilities as both a tactician and skilled leader during subsequent engagements against the Borg Collective and Romulan Star Empire. It is perhaps a testament to his tremendous adaptability and personal drive that Jean-Luc Picard was able to not only succeed, but thrive in such a tremendously demanding position. A modern-day Renaissance man, Picard was never content in idleness, and even while off-duty, he pursued numerous hobbies and fields of study with the same determination and will he applied to his career in Starfleet. Picard had a deep appreciation for Shakespeare, classical music, and archaeology, and was proficient enough in the latter to have published numerous papers and been invited to address the Federation Archaeology Council. Picard's inquisitive nature was also evident in his choice of entertainment in the Enterprise's holodeck. Picard regularly acted out the stories from the Dixon Hill detective series, who is one of his childhood heroes. His relentless drive to improve himself at times made Picard seem unapproachable or aloof, but he placed considerable value on both his relationships to his friends and to his crew. On more than one occasion, Picard was willing to potentially damage his career to stand up and defend those under his command. Nevertheless, he also acknowledged that a captain must maintain some level of distance from his subordinates, and he resisted many attempts to become overly familiar with his crew, perhaps to a fault. Picard maintained a level of empathy that extended to not only his shipmates, but to the races and cultures he encountered. His willingness to embrace another point of view helped him understand concepts and situations that on the surface might have seemed baffling. When faced with a moral dilemma, he always remained true to his conscience and never took an easy action over an ethical one. He was not above asking for help and knew when to value the advice of his crew and when to act decisively. While some believe that time is the fire in which we burn, Picard saw time as a companion, a reminder to cherish every moment, for it will never come again. Above all, he was a Starfleet captain whose leadership gave confidence and comfort, and challenged those around him to live up to his example. In Dossier, the Templin Institute investigates the legendary figures from alternate worlds. If you have a suggestion for a future episode, let us know in the comments section, and if you'd like to support us directly, a link to our Patreon can be found in the description.